Have you ever been in a situation where you know God is asking you to do something, but you think, God, are you serious right now? You have doubt. But is doubt a sin? Some believe that even the slightest bit of questioning God's will is sin, but this is not necessarily the case. If you've ever wondered this, be sure to stick around till the end. Jeremiah was an Old Testament prophet chosen by God to preach to his people of Israel. At the time of this chapter in his life, Jerusalem was under siege by the Babylonians. I'm not going to give you a full history lesson here, but basically what you need to know is that God orchestrated this attack to punish the Israelites for centuries of disobedience and their failure to turn back to Him, despite all the prophets God sent them in the years before to warn them. So during this war, Jeremiah gets locked up in jail. It's there that his cousin shows up, but he's not there to visit. He wants Jeremiah to buy one of his fields. We've all been there before. Some distant relative we barely know exists wanders into our life asking for money. In any other situation, Jeremiah might have laughed at this. Ha, Hanamel, you're talking nonny. Why would I buy this worthless land now under control of our enemy? Get out of here. But God had a different view and commands Jeremiah to buy the field. Does Jeremiah question God? No. Well, not yet. First, Jeremiah obeys and buys it for 17 shekels of silver. That may not sound like much today, but it was the equivalent of a year and a half's wages at the time. Whoa, not exactly pocket change, eh? But Jeremiah was not doing this to start a real estate career. God had a careful plan here. Jeremiah has just made what appeared to all human eyes to be, frankly, a stupid business deal. He basically just wasted a year and a half's pay during a period of war and famine, mind you, buying stocks in a company that's already declared bankruptcy. Yet Jeremiah assures the people he's done this because God told him to, as an illustration that their land would be returned one day. That sounds hopeful and all, but it wasn't that easy. See, afterwards, Jeremiah has doubts. Publicly, he's obeyed God and given the people a message explaining the hope that will come. But privately, he's not quite sure. So Jeremiah does what everyone should do when they start doubting God. He prays. God, you've done awesome deeds and are capable of everything. But why did you have me buy this worthless field? And what answer does God give in return? It's not a rebuke. Even amidst this apparent chaos, God has a plan. I will surely gather them from all the lands where I banished them in my furious anger and great wrath. I will bring them back to this place and let them live in safety. They will be my people, and I will be their God. For the people of Jeremiah's time, they would return home 70 years later. Jeremiah was a prophet of God, yet we see his raw humanity on full display. God told him years before that Jerusalem would fall, and then it did. Yet even now he has questions. The truth is, life will often be difficult, and God will have us go through things we do not understand. Like Jeremiah, we will have questions too. Why is this happening? Why do you want me to do this? But that's okay. The point here is that questioning God is not necessarily wrong. The sin comes when doubt leads to disobedience. Jeremiah still bought the field first and then questioned God's ways. God's ways are not always easy to understand. Frankly, they rarely are easy to understand. But His will is always perfect, and He sees the eventual outcome of every situation, no matter how impossible it looks to us right now. We can have doubts, we can have questions, but still we must trust. Still we must obey. Only when we follow God will we be truly secure. Till next time, God bless you, everyone. This is my third video today. Gotta get pumped up. Are you ready? Let's go. It's a story you've likely only when we follow God will we